I'm Troy Kirby with Lynnwood Today, with a quick look at the 2021 Washington State Legislative Session. House lawmakers debated Engrossed Substitute Senate Bill 5263, concerning defenses in personal injury and wrongful death actions where the person injured or killed was committing a felony. The bill passed the Senate 2820 on March 5th, passing the House 5642 on April 8th, and will now go to the governor's office for an opportunity to be signed into law.
The felony bar defense is a total defense to a lawsuit when someone sues, right? I mean, if you can prove on the defense side that the person was committing a felony and that caused an injury, lawsuit over, lawsuit's gone, okay? So that's a very, very powerful defense. There are a couple of ways that you could do this or have this defense. One is you could not have it at all. That's what a bunch of states do. A bunch of states don't even have this as an option. Another option is that you could have it, but only after someone has been convicted in criminal court of the felony. That's another option. I think Alaska does that for some felonies. A third option, which is what the prime sponsor has chosen here, is you can still have that option, but if you're going to take advantage of this incredibly powerful, complete bar to a lawsuit from the allegation that someone committed a felony, you're going to have to prove it the way you prove a felony, with the criminal standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt, and not the civil standard of proof, the preponderance of the evidence.
Why is it that in our state law, we make a very strong and powerful bar to a civil action initiated by someone who was committing a felony or that person's estate, in the case that the person was either injured or killed during the commission of that felony crime? I think the reason why, Madam Speaker, was to keep the people of this state safe. It was to improve public safety by making the argument that, well, I was committing a felony, but the other fella acted badly too, so I'm going to sue for some money, a very difficult claim to make in civil court.
Committing a felony does not justify taking someone's life. The families that have been fighting for this bill are people who I've known for many years. Long before I joined this legislature, my classmate, Danny Bargala Sanchez, her cousin, Renee Davis, was murdered when police were called to do a welfare check on her. She's a member of the Muckleshoot tribe. Charlena Lyles, my coworker, Katrina Johnson's cousin, who also was murdered pregnant in her home by law enforcement. They were also responding to her mental health crisis. In our own community in the 23rd Legislative District, just 2 years ago, Stoney Chiefstick was murdered at a 4th of July event because he had a screwdriver in his hand and was having a mental health crisis.
Now we have one more piece of legislation that says, law enforcement officer, if you can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt, we're going to sue you. We're going to send you into this situation that no one else is willing to go into to protect society. But if you don't do it right the way we think you should, we're going to sue you. We'll take your car, we'll take your house, we'll take your bank account, we'll bankrupt you because we sent you in to do a job to protect us and you didn't do it the way we wanted you to.
Thank you for watching the Daily Legislative Report by Lynnwood Today, covering the 2021 legislative session.